senior counseling during this semester under faculty supervision. And you can see me 30 minutes once a week. Everything we're going to talk about here is confidential unless there is a possibility for you to harm yourself or harm others or not to be able to take care of yourself. You can repeat the session anytime you want. So is there any questions?
No.
So what brings you here today?
So I'm starting to realize that I do a lot, like I lie to my parents a lot. They're oldest child, and I spend more time in Manhattan than I do at home, just because I go to school here, I intern here, I work here. And sometimes it's just easier for me to tell them somewhere, tell them I'm somewhere where, they would want me to be. But, sometimes I'll go out after work or I'll go out after school, and I feel like to prevent them from worrying about me so much, because sometimes I get out of work late at night, for instance, to prevent them from worrying about me and overthinking and like staying up all night about me, I'm forced, well not forced to, but I choose to lie about where I am or who I'm with or what I'm doing sometimes. And I'm starting to feel really guilty about it.
Okay. So, as I heard, you feel bad about lying to them because you don't want them to worry about you so much.
Yeah.
When you go out, like after work, after school. So when you lie to them about what you're doing, it's mostly not related to school and work?
It's just overall, like I'll kind of, like more when I get out late at night and they know I got like a almost 2-hour commute ahead of me, and I choose to hang out in Manhattan, with people they don't know. Kind of puts them in an uncomfortable position sometimes. I'm not sure, if they fully trust me or if they're, they understand like that I'm capable of being on my own. But like as their oldest child, they worry about me because I'm the first one to kind of stay up, late nights. I come home at unknown times of the night. So sometimes it's just easier to stay on one place rather than the other, just to make them feel more stable and secure.
Do you have any other feeling other than just guilty about your parents worry about you or think about what you're doing?
I get in a way I feel ashamed that I have to, like that I end up doing this all the time. Like I've been doing it for a long time. In a way, I feel like I'm like making it impossible for them to trust me. Like if they were to find out that I've been lying or so. Also, like I'm the oldest I have 2 younger brothers, so I'm not really being like the best role model, but they knew what I was actually up to.
Do you yourself think that you're not the best model for the younger brother?
Like I am in many aspects. It's just the lying aspect. Like I shouldn't have to be lying to my family, being like, oh, I'm staying in the gym after school, or I'm staying to see a professor when I'm actually going out with like 3 or 4 friends.
How do you think about your parents are worried about you? Do you think they're kind of overreacting?
Well, that's why I lie. To prevent them from worrying. If they sometimes they do worry. Like if I got to be up at 6 in the morning the next day and I'm still not at home by 1 in the morning, because they're not sleeping. They're thinking about like, well, what's going on? Where is he? So I'll shoot them text messages like, hey, I'm here and that, I'm doing this and that, I'll be home at this time or about this time, just to kind of, let them fall asleep and not worry so much. Sometimes if I'll tell them like, oh, I'm going to this friend's house, then they know I have to be up early. They'll kind of make connections like, oh, why are you going so far away? If you got to be up early, what are you doing there? That kind of thing. And so I lie to prevent all of that.
So you feel ashamed and guilty about lying to them?
Yeah, it's like catching up to me.
Okay. Have you lied to them about any other issue?
I mean, here and there, but like it's just kind of, I'm trying to like cover, like I think of it as a way of like helping them, so like they're not stressed, they're not nervous or anxious. but I'm starting to realize that like I'm also kind of like, you know, because I'm lying to them, there's probably not the same level of trust I'd have if I was open to them about everything.
Have you just told them, have some open conversation about that you don't want them to worry about too much, or what you're doing is
Yeah.
not wrong?
I've tried, but like, you know, my grandma lives with us, and, you know, motherly instinct, whether from my mom or my grandma, kicks in all the time. So I can't even, you know, that's just something that no matter how much I try to like tell them, like, listen, like, I'm 21, I can take care of myself, I won't, you know, I won't fall asleep on the train and end up in, you know, God knows where. If it's late at night or I'm coming to this time, like I'll wake up in the morning, you know, I'm scheduled for work or school, that I can be responsible. So I kind of like, even though I try telling them that, it's that monthly instinct that keeps them worried.
Do you think they're overprotecting you?
That's why I'm doing it. I feel like they are overprotecting me because I am the oldest kid. You know, they're not doing it so much with my younger brothers anymore because they've kind of like grown used to like how I've been playing it off.
So how do you feel about that? Do you feel annoyed or?
Well, honestly, I can't really do much about it. Like they're my younger brothers, so I love them for who they are, but they're definitely way more spoiled than I am, or than I was growing up. So it's like a different kind of like I feel like a role model to them. So there's certain things, you know, I just do that I, you know, don't need to explain to them.
Do you have a lot of responsibility to show them?
Yeah, to kind of guide them in like a good like moral path, and mine kind of contradicts that.
How's your relationship with you and your parents?
For the most part, it's good. Like if they, you know, because they don't know that I'm lying to them about certain things, it's pretty good. Like we have open, you know, conversations about a lot of things. You know, I let them into certain aspects of my life, just not others. And it's just like they, you know, they see that I'm responsible, that I, you know, do good in school. I'm always juggling 1 or 2 jobs and doing full-time school. I'm always like, I always prioritize those two, kind of like. That's why like I'm a good role model in some ways, but not others. Like, so the relationship with my parents is good. It's better than it used to be, at least once I started like opening up more to them. But it's still like there's that, you know, hidden shade that they don't know about.
What do you think they're gonna react when they figure out you've been lying?
Well, I'm trying to like stop the lying so that it doesn't happen, but it's just hard to because I've become like used to doing this, you know, like I can't really just start telling them like the truth after lying for so long, because it just throws everything off rhythm and they'll start second guessing everything. You know?
So how do you think you could stop lying?
I mean, I would have to get through them and just be like, you have to leave me alone, but I don't want to do that because I want to have like a good bond with my parents, you know? Like, it's just like my lifestyle isn't what they wanted or like, you know, wanted to be or needed to be. It is on some levels, but not all, and so now I would have to like change the way I do certain things or just scheduling. It'd be like a whole lot of switching around in my life to actually stop myself from lying. It's just like a force of habit by now. It's just easier to do it than to not.
So the lifestyle your parents want you to have and then the lifestyle you're having seems like
Yeah, because they're not including a social life in their, you know, perfect image of what I should be doing. And like you know, I feel like as long as I can keep up and do a good job in school and work, I should be able to do what I want in the time remaining. Even if it impacts like the amount of sleep I get or, you know, how I feel or this and that.
What is the
not be in a rush in the morning, every morning, just get to work early. I almost never do that. I kind of get there 5 minutes before I have to actually be there. Same with school, it's just, I've grown accustomed to that kind of schedule. Yeah, they kind of just want me to like, go to school and work, and then come straight home and study. And that's not how I'm seeing my life. Like, there's a lot of other things I do in my free time, and I can't always, tell them like, hey, I'm not gonna be back, well, I'm gonna be home 3 hours later because I'm going out to, like a restaurant or a bar or some event, because that's, they'd rather me come home instead of be out and about in, Manhattan with people they've never met.
So you think about the lifestyle they are expecting you to have, you feel kind of stuck, stuffy?
Yeah, like it's just not what my life is or anything I want it to be. Like I'm like trying to let them know that I need my own kind of independent social life, but they see it as more just goal oriented. Like get to school, finish school. Why are you going out if you have a test tomorrow even though I'm studying? Like it's that kind of thing. Like they think I'm not capable of keeping up even though I am.
So, what do you think your parents would feel about the lifestyle you want to have?
Well, they wouldn't be too happy about it, especially because they're like, they're very religious, like Catholic, so they want me to be, the holy child and whatnot, which I'm not, realistically. And so they would definitely be, a little disappointed with me with some of the things that I've done or do or choose to do. But see, so that's why I try to I'm avoiding that disappointment from them by just covering myself, just telling them things that aren't exactly true, just white lies here and there.
So we talked about how we're gonna stop lying. So the only way is gonna be just opening up, having an open conversation. How do you feel about that?
Well, I've had open conversations with them, and I do constantly. It's just that by now lying is just such, it's just become such a bad habit that even when I'm trying to tell the truth, it turns into a white lie somehow. Like even if whether it's necessary or not, just something will slip out that